What's going on, everybody? So, for the last several months, one of the things I've been doing is I have been showing you all of my pickups for the month. And I've been telling you what I paid for the cards, where I got the cards, and just sharing with you my pickups in my collection. And when I did this last month, somebody said, what if you do a video about pickups from viewers, pickups from subscribers, from people in the community, and share their pickups for the month? And I'm like, perfect. That is a perfect idea. And so I threw it out there a couple weeks ago. I made a post and I said, hey, if you're interested in sharing with the MidLife card collecting community your favorite pickup for the month, then send a picture of the pickup and give me any details you want me to share. And I didn't know if I would get 3 people, 5 people. I had no idea what I would get. And I have well over 40 people shared with me their favorite pickup for the month. Now, some of these cards that people in the community bought were $10 cards, were their favorite pickup. I have multiple cards that are well over $1,000 that people picked up. I was excited at how many people reached out, how many people emailed me to share what they picked up and added to their collection. I've said this for quite a while now, and I'm going to continue to say it. This channel is not about me. This channel is about us. From the very, very early on, when people said, hey, Greg, what is sort of your idea of what your channel could be or you want it to be? What's sort of the theme of your channel? And I've said continually, this channel is about the community of collectors, like-minded people that just want to share their love of cards. I said, it's like the show Cheers, where everybody knows your name, everybody mingles here. It's the central hub where people have fun and talk about cards. And what better way to do that than to share your pickups, right? One of the fun things about adding a card to your collection is telling other people who you respect and care about your pickups, right? When I buy a card, one of the first things I do is I'll text my dad and go, hey, Dad, I got this card. What do you think? Check it out. I'm excited. He was at a card show today, and he sent me he came over actually after the show, and because he sent me a text and he was like, hey, I picked up some cool stuff. I want to bring it over and show you so you can check it out. And so he came by and showed me all of his pickups. And now you're saying, well, why didn't you go, Greg? Why didn't you go to the show? Well, Lucy had a game today, and because she had a game, I went to the game. And in fact, the coach couldn't be there, and I've been assisting him this season. And so I actually was the head coach of the game. And we won. And we won 4-0, right? So I got my coaching win. And Lucy scored 3 of the 4 goals. So it was a good day for us. It was also a good day for my dad and some of the really cool pickups that he got. But again, it's fun to share what we add to our collection. So over 40 pickups from the MidLife card community. Let's take a look at them. Some people shared just the card. Some people shared where they bought it. Some people shared what they paid. Let's take a look. I think this is pretty cool, and I'm super excited to share with you some of the coolest pickups that people had during the month of November. All right, so again, these are November pickups from fellow MidLifers. It's our community show and tell for November. So first off, we've got Joe. And I didn't want to use first and last names just because, I don't know who's comfortable with that. But Joe picked up a 1961 Topps Willie Mays that's autographed. and the auto got a 10. The card is a 4 with great eye appeal. What an awesome card. Super jealous of that one. Then we've got Drew. Look at all of Drew's pickups. Now, Drew sent me 3 different images, as you can see here. And there's some really cool stuff in here. One of the ones that stood out to me is that early Pele card. Definitely jealous of that one. And then down at the bottom right, I have highlighted there, that's a Burke Ross Jackie Robinson. Man, talk about some big pickups for the month. How about Tim? I told you there's some big cards in here. Tim got a T206 Ty Cobb portrait card. Now, obviously, the top left corner is, an issue, but I'll tell you what, he's got a Ty Cobb T206, and I'm extremely jealous of it because I would love to have that. How about Coulter? Coulter picked up, now this Brooks Robinson 1967 Topps card is brutal. It is super hard to find, and that's why it's so expensive. $170 is what he paid. Again, if somebody has the price that they paid, I included anything that they shared. $170 on that one, which is a good deal for that card. Look it up. You'll be shocked. Then look at this. We got an auto card. That's a throwback right there. That auto on the right. And then anytime you have a card, these multiplayer cards that they were doing in the late 50s, early 60s, this is a 63 that has Hank Aaron and Ernie Banks. I love those cards. Stan, nice work, my friend. And then we got Scott. Look at what Scott picked up. Now, this is a rarity. It's a 67 Topps San Francisco Giants test disc for Willie Mays for mayor. And it's a progressive test disc. And that is very cool. If you are a super collector of Willie Mays, that is not one you're likely to see at your next card show. And then Evan went full on into the nostalgia of those Grail cards for those of us collecting in the late 1980s. You got some Don Mattingly, you got the Canseco rated rookie, you got some Will Clark stuff. That is my childhood in one picture, and Evan got all of those this month. Very cool, Evan. Now, next up, Bradley. Bradley for $100. Got a 1950 Bowman Bob Feller, and that's got really nice eye appeal. Really well-centered card. Bob Feller, one of the all-time greats. So many people also love how Bob Feller served in our military. An amazing pitcher and an American hero in my eyes. Kevin, wow. I told you there's some really big ones that you guys bought. Kevin got a Wilt Chamberlain rookie in a PSA 3. Man, there are not many basketball cards that are bigger than a Wilt Chamberlain rookie. Kevin, again, somebody I'm jealous of for that pickup for the month. Wow. How about Justin? Now, Justin, he went and got a 1935 National Chiclet Dutch Clark #1. And there are a lot of people out there that collect the #1 cards because they're so hard to find. Because back in the day when people put their sets together, it was the card on top. So it have rubber band marks, have issues, would be banged up a lot. So we're talking about a card that's, 90 years old and a #1. What a cool card there. How about Brent? Now, the beauty and color on this Ernie Banks All-Star card. It's a 7.5, but man, the blue on that, the color match with his uniform just pops. You know I love Ernie Banks. That is an awesome card for Brent, and I could certainly understand why that would be his favorite pickup of the month. those late 50s All-Star cards, I am a big fan of, and they're a very affordable way to get some cool cards. Another Monster Grail card. One of the cards, another card on my big time to-do list is to get a Dr. J rookie card. And I've always been looking in that 6th grade, that kind of range, right? And this is a beautiful one, really well centered. He obviously paid $720 for a PSA 6 Dr. J rookie card. Outstanding. Then Dan picked up a couple of Tug McGraw cards. And I reached out to him. I said, "Are you putting together a Tug McGraw run?" And he's like, "Yep, I sure would like to." So for less than $30, he picked up 2. One is in the SGC 5 and one is in the SGC 4. Very cool cards. I love it when people are collecting players that they really looked up to as kids. How about this purchase? He bought all 8 of those cards for $814, and then he graded them. But you got a couple of Koufaxes in there, Yastrzemski. You've got Mays. K-Line. That is an awesome set of cards and did really well on the grades. Look at that. Several 5s, a 6, a 5.5, a 4. That turned out well. Great pickups there. How about Doug? Doug got a Bob Pettit card. Now, I believe his rookie card is a couple years earlier in the top set. But that 61 Fleer set is such an important and iconic set because it's really the last set before almost a decade layoff from major manufacturers for basketball cards. A lot of important cards in that 61 Fleer set. How about this? A 52 Redman Ted Williams and a 65 McGregor Roberto Clemente. Man, those are gorgeous. Now, he even put the prices on there, paid $225 for the Clemente and $495 for the Williams, and he says in the email, I probably overpaid for the Ted Williams, but I don't even care because the color on it is so good, and I totally agree. That card pops. Brad went full in on Shaq rookie cards. I don't understand. Why aren't Shaq cards worth more? These are 3 9s. He paid $22, but under $22 for them. Shaq is like a larger-than-life character. I guess it's just a supply, maybe, but those are super cool cards. Jimmy got the 53 top Satchel Paige. Another card I'd love to add to my collection. Most of us would like to have a 53 top Satchel Paige. Well, Jimmy can now officially check that off his list with his pickup for the month of November. Satchel Paige doesn't have many cards. So if you're going to get one, that's one of the few to choose from, and it is a beautiful card. Joe, look at Joe picked up 3 cards. Now, personally, I mentioned recently how much I love that autogram card. That's a 52 autogram Bowman, and all 3 cards are great, but that one sure jumps at me. I'm an autogram collector. Joe picked up 3 really nice cards there. How about Eric? Eric went for the 1956 Al K-Line, so that's a 3rd-year K-Line, and it's a pretty nice one for $300. And then got a really nice-looking Willie Mays 56 tops for $350. And, any Willie Mays card is highly sought after. K-Line, obviously a very popular player too. And the thing that's cool about that particular K-Line card is it's his 3rd one. How about Brandon, who went for the Kiner 53 tops, has so many gorgeous cards, and the Ralph Kiner is one of them. He got an SGC 4, paid $60 for this card, and that is a beauty. Look at the centering and eye appeal. Great color on that card. Really nice pickup there.
That guy was an absolute home run machine. He just didn't play that long, or his career numbers would be so high. Pretty short career, but was dominating when he was playing, just hitting tons and tons of home runs. How about this? A 56 Hoyt Wilhelm. Jason bought it for $6.80, then sent it in to get it graded for $15, and it got the SGC4. Great eye appeal again, really good centering, but the color seems to jump on this particular card. Looks so good in that tuxedo case slab that SGC has. How about David? David went for the Babe Ruth. So this is from the 1952 Topps Look and See set. And the Look and See set has inventors, political figures, it has politicians, and then it has also Babe Ruth, which is probably the biggest card in the, well, it is the biggest card in the set. And he shared the story about how he saw this card at a previous show for $450, but he held strong at his $400. Saw the same card, the same dealer at the next show, went back and offered $400, and that time he got it for his price at $400. Way to stand strong. Great eye appeal on that card, David. Nice pickup. How about Stan? The 82 Fleer John Littlefield. I mean, this is back, remember when there were error cards that were coming out that were so sought after? And this has a reverse negative card. Obviously, the other one would be a mirror image where he's pitching right-handed instead of left-handed. So Stan picked this one up. But this is in the heart of when a lot of those error things were so important and so sought after. How about Dave? Dave picked up a 1967 Stan Musial Venezuelan card. Now, it got a 1, but when you look at the front, that thing looks like a 10 on the front. I mean, on the front, looks absolutely perfect. But so many of those were glued into albums that my guess is the back is skinned. But from the front and the eye appeal of that card, Dave got a beauty there of Stan Musial, a super rare Venezuelan card. How about Jared? Look at Jared's pickups. I had 3 photos. I tried to overlay them and match them up. But look at all of these rookies. You got a Reggie Jackson rookie, a Cliff Floyd rookie, an Elston Howard rookie, a Goose Gossage, Eddie Murray, Fergie Jenkins. I mean, Marichal. That is a ton of heat in 1 month. That is a huge month. The Dave Winfield. I mean, there's a ton of great stuff in that picture. And Jared had a haul for the month. How about Brent? So Brent went with, this is a pretty darn rare Ken Griffey Jr. card. It's the 88-89 Star Nova, and it's a promo card. And the thing about this card is, you know, a lot of people think of Ken Griffey Jr. as really the guy from that era. And the thing about him is, you know, we're all focused on the 89 Upper Deck, but a lot of his minor league cards and promo cards are very rare, which the 89 Upper Deck is not. How about Gary? Gary picked up 6 sweet cards, but the one that really jumped at me is that 54 Topps Gordie Howe. I don't know. Some of these Parkhurst and older Topps hockey cards are really cool. And, you know, the white background with that Red Wings jersey on, the red just pops. That's a beautiful card. I mean, they're all 6 of the cards are great, but that Gordie Howe that is a gorgeous card. So nice work, Gary, on his top 6 pickups of the month. How about Robert? Now, this is an interesting card. This is a 1966 Philadelphia. Now, this is the year of Gale Sayers' rookie card. And featured on this card is number 40, Gale Sayers. And Gale Sayers' regular base card is a really expensive card. But this has also got Gale Sayers from his rookie year. And it was purchased for $16.38. So it's a great alternative for Gale Sayers fans. How about Chris? Got a 1964 stand-up Roberto Clemente in an 8. I mean, these stand-up cards from 64 Topps have really jumped in value over the last few years. And getting an 8 is brutally difficult. And it's a Clemente. That thing had to be expensive. Keith, you know I love Warren Spahn, a 53 Topps. I love 53 Topps, so it's two of my favorite things. Keith got the 53 Topps Warren Spahn card. Such a cool picture. So many great portraits in this particular set. And you can't go wrong with one of the best left-handed pitchers to ever play. Nice work, Keith, in adding this one to your collection. How about Roy? Roy went with the 1975 Goose Gossage card. The 75 Topps set is so tough to find sharp with no edging and no corner wear, but that one looks pretty darn sharp. He paid $16.38 at Huck's Sports Cards. He mentioned Huck's because I guess Huck's is retiring soon and is about to go pretty much full-time into cards. Gary picked up the Timeless Talents Travis Kelce, and he said that he's working on putting the whole rainbow of this Travis Kelce card together and added this one to the run, as it was one that he was missing in his run, but added it in. Mike, look at these two beautiful cards. I love the 53 Bowman color. I love the Stan Musial from that set. So he picks up the Stan Musial, and he also picks up a 58 Topps Willie Mays. Those are two really good-looking cards. One of Willie Mays' best-looking cards, one of Stan Musial's best-looking cards. And he did it in the same month. Two of the best hitters of all time. Two great pickups there. And then Dietrich, look at all this. My goodness, you got some Mantles over on the left and some Berras. You got a Killebrew rookie card. Another Yogi Berra on the right. I mean, this is a good 6-month stretch. And Dietrich picked all these up in 1 month. That is a massive month. Congratulations to you. David picked up the 39 play ball Charlie Gehringer. And that has stunning eye appeal. Look at the grade. It's an 8. The centering is beautiful. The corners look packed fresh from a 39 play ball card. Wow, that is a stunning card for David. And you can see he paid a little over $500 for it. But I certainly understand why. You're not going to see many of those in an 8 grade. And then we got Scooter Ball 2. Paid $50 for this lot. And look at some of the stuff in there. I mean, you got a Spawn in there. You got some 60s, some 59s, some 62s. You got a Santo in there. You got that Roy Campanella card, which is a really cool tribute to him after his accident. Some really great stuff in there in that lot of pickups. Now, how about these 5? Now, you know, the 55 and 56 sets are both gorgeous. You got the Killebrew rookie. You got an Al Kaline 55 second year and a 56 third year. You got the Bob Feller. Look at how nicely that Bob Feller is centered up there in the top left. 5 beautiful cards for Gary. And anytime you're adding 55s and 56s to the collection, you're doing well. How about a 1954 Bowman Willie Mays? And that is a gorgeous 2.5, Mike. You did really well there. That eye appeal is off the charts for a 2.5. And I continue to say it, that 54 Bowman set is underappreciated. It has some gorgeous cards. The Mantle is gorgeous. The Ted Williams is gorgeous. There's so many great cards in there. How about Chris went for a massive 1955 Topps All-American Jim Thorpe in a 6. That's a big card. And he paid $800 for it. But look at the eye appeal on it. The color is great. The centering is great. Chris did really well on that pickup. And then we've got a Ted Williams hang tag. Now, this is one of the things that I love is just the variety of things that we're all into. And this hang tag, I mean, if you're a Ted Williams guy, you got to have that. Look at the cool image on that hang tag card. I totally understand why someone would be after that. I got to tell you guys, you all absolutely killed it this month with some awesome pickups. Some massive cards, some PC cards. Well done.